Hello, my name is Bea. I'm going to be your English teacher in this course. I hope you enjoy it and learn a lot. In this course, we are going to review all the grammatical aspects of English language. But after reviewing all of this, we are also mainly going to learn how to develop the 4 skills. English and other language 4 skills are writing, reading, listening, and speaking. We are going to learn how to write a composition, how to write a test, following the rules of coherence and cohesion. We are also going to learn how to read a test. When we read a test, we should understand the general meaning of that test, grasp specific and overall ideas, and we are going to answer to several questions related to this test. The questions should be related to aspects, general aspects or specific aspects, like, for example, the author opinion, the author intention, the idea of the test. Writing and reading are important skills, but listening and speaking are as important as well. We should learn to listen and understand different kinds of tests. Tests on a phone, tests in the street, speaking groups, speaking 2 persons, 3 persons, or more persons. In these activities, we are going to learn to decide what the speakers are saying and understand their main ideas. Listening is very important when we learn a foreign language. Apart from listening, we are going to learn to speak. We should speak the language we are learning. It is really important. We should be able to speak in all situations, and we should be able to communicate properly, to understand other speakers and to be understood by other speakers. Therefore, writing, reading, listening, and speaking are the skills that all of us should master at the end of this course. We should be able to write a suitable test, read and understand it properly, listen it properly, and speak properly. Speak is very, very important when we learn a foreign language. It's the most important of a language. We should be able to speak and to communicate in simplest and in complex situations. Today, we are going to start reviewing English tenses. In English, we have 3 tenses: present, past, and future. English verbal system is easier than Spanish verbal system. In Spanish, we have indicative and subjunctive. In English, we don't have subjunctive. In Spanish, for example, we say canté, cantaba. In English, we only have 1 form, past tense. In Spanish, we said había cantado, hube cantado. In English, we only have 1 form. It's past perfect. Therefore, we are going to start with the present. In the present, we have 3 present. Simple present, present continuous, and present perfect. Perfect. Okay, simple present, we add an S or ES to the 3rd person singular. In negative sentence, we use the auxiliaries do or does. Simple present refers to action that happens usually. And normally, simple present is found with adverbs of frequency, usually, never, seldom, rarely, often. An example should be, I always read a book. It is an habitual action, something that happens usually. Present continuous is formed with the verb to be plus the other verb with ing. Present continuous refers to actions that are happening at the time of speaking. For example, now I am reading a book. In this case, this action happens every day, usually. But this another action happens at this moment. Now I am reading a book. Expressions with the present continuous. Now, at this moment, today, if the day isn't finished. Present simple, habitual actions. Present continuous, something that is happening now. Present perfect. Present perfect, have or has, plus el participle. I have broken a leg. I have broken a leg. Present perfect, have plus participle. This is an action that has a consequence on the present. Now I have broken a leg. Now my leg is broken. I have lived in London. Now I live in London. Simple present, present continuous, and present perfect. Always times related to present tense. And the last one should be present. A mixture of both. Present perfect, continuous. Perfect continuous. It should be the last one. This present perfect continuous is a form with have or has plus being, participle of the verb to be, plus the verb, the main verb, with ing. For example, I have been reading a book. In this case, the action is a durative action that is happening in the present. The duration is indicated by the word reading. Present refers to present time. Simple present, it refers to habitual actions, E or S. This E or S is added to he, she, or it only. Do or does in negative questions, negative sentence or questions. Present continuous, something happening at the moment. Present perfect, consequence in the present. And present perfect continuous, a durative action in the present. It should be the most important ways of indicating time, present time in English. These 4 ways refers all of them to present. In English, we are going to talk about 3 ways of indicating tense. These are present, past, and future. So here we have simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. The last one is a mixture of both present continuous and present perfect. All of them refers to actions that are happening in the present moment. Okay? I think it should be quite clear because at this level, these expressions are commonly used. Now I'm going to cross out and start with past tense. Well, now we are going to review past tenses. We have simple past, in simple past we have regular verbs and irregular verbs. With regular verbs we add ed, and with irregular verbs we have to study them separately according to their forms. We have a different form. For example, bought, it's an irregular verb. These verbs change completely in the past. A past action, a simple past, refers to an action that happens in the past and it's completely finished. For example, I went to London. Negative and interrogative sentences are formed with the auxiliary did. Did interrogative and didn't negative sentence. When this sentence is negative or interrogative, the verb, the auxiliary, is followed by an infinitive instead of the past form. Didn't, auxiliary, and go, infinitive. Okay? The same happens in the interrogative. Simple past. Several adverbs indicate that the sentence is in the past. Yesterday, last year, ago. Another past form is past continuous. Past continuous is made up with the verb to be in the past. Was or were plus the verb with ing. For example, I was waiting for the bus. In this case, we have a past continuous. It's an action that is happening in the past, and its duration is in the past. Another one is past perfect. The past perfect is made up with had plus participle. For example, I had finished when Tom arrived. In this case, we have had plus the participle. This is a regular verb, and therefore we add ed to create the participle of this verb. Past perfect refers to an action that happened in the past, but previously another past action. These are two actions, past actions, had finished and arrived, but this happened first, and this is the second. I finished my homework when Tom arrived. First, I finished, and later he came. Two actions in the past. And the last one should be a mixture of these both: past, perfect, continuous. This past perfect continuous is had plus been plus verb with ing. For example, I had been mending the car. It refers to a durative action, but in the past. All these tenses refers to past actions. Simple past is a simple action, an action in the past, with adverbs like ago, last year, yesterday. All of them indicates that the action is taking place in the past. The second one, past continuous, it means that a durative action in the past. The third, an action that happened before another previous action in the past. And past perfect continuous, that is a mixture of these two ones. Okay? Therefore, these are the most important aspects of past tense in English to indicate this time in all sentences. Okay, now we are going to finish with the future, okay? There exist different ways of expressing future tense in English. The first one should be with will. Will plus infinitive. It refers to imminent events. For example, I'll do it. It means that you are going to do just now, without any plan or decision, just now. This is the contracted form of will, okay? I will do it. Negative sentence and interrogative sentence are formed, negative adding will plus not, it is won't, and interrogative changing the order. Instead of saying I'll do it, will I do it? And it's the same. This is one of the common ways of indicating future. Another one should be when we refer to plans. For example, present continuous. Present continuous can be used to refer to a future. For example, when you decide or plan something. I am leaving tomorrow. In this case, it is a plan, it's something you are going to do in the future, and you use present continuous. It's like Spanish voy a. First, will, second, present continuous, and another way is with be going to plus infinitive. It's the same use as the present continuous. I am going to leave tomorrow. In this case, we use this expression, which is very common in English. I am going to. It's again a plan to do something. Both of them are plans, intentions. Plans and intentions. Therefore, when we want to express future, we use will plus infinitive, we use present continuous, and we use be going to plus infinitive. Other ways of indicating future should be, for example, future continuous, will plus be plus the verb with ing. For example, I will be reading. This is the auxiliary of the future, the verb to be, and the ing form. I will be reading. A durative action in the future. We also have future perfect continuous. Or future perfect first. Future perfect and the mixture of both, future perfect continuous. Future perfect with have, will, always the auxiliary will, which is the auxiliary of the future, have plus participle. For example, with this, I will have finished. I will have finished. It's an action in the future that will have certain consequence. It's a durative action in the future. It's an action that is completed, but in the future, not in the present. And this is the mixture of both with will plus have plus participle. It's much more complex. Plus verb with ing. This one, for example, I will have been preparing the car. I will have repairing the car. Auxiliary, perfect form, past participle, and ing form. It's a mixture of both, but it is less common. Something happening in the past, a durative action, but is finished in the past. But really, the most important elements are these. The future with will, the future of plans with present continuous and be going to. These are the most important rules in order to express future in English language. The others are different ways of expressing future with different ways to combine all these tenses, but always all of them with the auxiliary will. Okay, will be reading, durative action, will have finished, an action finished in the future, will have been repairing, an action happening in the future, durative in the future, and finished in the future. Okay? These are the most important elements according to future, right? Well, now we have finished with English tenses, more or less. There are more exceptions, more things, but I think in order to review them, it's enough. And I am going to give you a link where you can find several exercises related to past, present, past, and future tense. You can do it, and next day we can correct or say something about it. In this link, we have many exercises related to English grammar, and therefore next day we are going to review and remember conditional sentences in English. Okay? So I hope you have enjoyed, and see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.